Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. Before I start this episode, I wanted to first share some of my interesting experiences that I had today. I was driving with Uber, Serbian version of Uber, and I had this interesting driver who was, an older person. He was 65, and he said that he has had 2 heart attacks and that he died during both of them, and he was successfully reanimated, thank God. So I asked I asked him, so what it's like to be dead, and I apologized because I have no one else to ask that, and he understood my question to mean if he saw anything, and he said, no, I didn't see anything. So take that, Tall House enthusiasts. Just kidding. Well, he was a really interesting guy. And recently on my main channel, I made a little survey. I suppose a lot of you guys have seen it. It's in the community tab. I simply asked if people had to choose which one would they prefer, that I made Bible illustrated videos or for me to finish illustrating the entire Bible, which is what I'm attempting to do right now on this video. And the overwhelming majority of people answered that they'd prefer for me to do videos because it has much more impact. It's much more entertaining, and that people can read the Bible whenever they want, which is something I agree with. But it was interesting to see how people see this thing. I was really curious, and if everybody else saw things my way. I know that people would, that majority of people would pick, Bible illustrated videos, because after all, this is a YouTube channel, and people are there primarily for the videos. But it was enlightening. Anyway, today's question comes from Pravoslavlje MaxBoy50. He will remain banned. He knows he knows the reasons, but he asked me in one of my videos, do I consider Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses to be Christians? As regards to Jehovah's Witnesses, I do consider them Christians. However, I also do consider them a cult, and I do consider them to be essentially evangelical Arians. Early Arians were early Christians who didn't believe in the divinity of Jesus Christ, and basically thought of Christ as merely a creature. Even though he might be born of the Father and still divine in some way, that Christ of Arians wasn't eternal, and as Arians themselves put it, there was a time when the Son was not. And this was condemned as a heresy during, First Council of Nicaea. So yeah, I do consider them Christians, but still, very dangerous heresy, mingled with Donatist, that is Donatist or Novatianic strictness, and you basically have a pretty bad cult. As regards to Mormons, I do not consider them Christians. I think that they're polytheists, and I think that the teachings of Joseph Smith influence the Mormon Church way more than the Bible does, even though the Bible is still quite a significant, is still quite a significant book in Mormonism. However, I would consider Mormons Christians for the sake of secular reasons. For example, if I wanted to know how many Christians lived in my country, I would consider them, Christians for strictly secular purposes. There's 60% of Christians and 50% of those are Catholics, but only for that. In the matters of faith, no. Ironically, even if I don't consider them Christians, I believe that there are many people who accuse Mormons that they're a sect, a cult, and I think that these people are right, but I don't think that Mormons are as bad as Jehovah's Witnesses. Because, at least in Serbia, Jehovah's Witnesses involve themselves with some pretty unwholesome evangelizing, and of course that makes people, not really like them all that much. That's it for today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!